Now, Isabel, I got to say, before you give your movie selection, I know you're in a good mood and I want to hear about it, but I'm in a
I
bad
am.
mood. Why are you in a good mood?
Uh-oh. Wait, why are you in a bad mood?
Well, because yesterday.
He saw a movie I told him not to see.
No, it's not. I never see movies, but I had this opportunity. I had a brief window of time yesterday where my sister was picking up Mila at school and was going to go out with her for an hour or two. So I had this like brief window where I could go to the movies. And I wanted to see that Bond movie we had talked about last time you were on. You recommended watching the worst Bond movie ever, which would have made this one probably seem a little bit better. But I was very excited to see Skyfall. And the freaking movie was all just sort of this navel-gazing about the franchise of Bond again, which I feel like I saw 3 or 4 or 5 Bonds ago. It ruined the promise of Daniel Craig. It was all about like, Daniel Craig's getting old and maybe we don't need MI6 anymore. And they actually had like a hearing. And the only reason why that the whole movie was about somebody who wanted to kill the head of MI6. Well, you know what? That's a good argument. Maybe we shouldn't have MI6 anymore. Why aren't you going to save the planet from some evildoer or something like that? Why is it just some dude who spent 30 years trying to get revenge against somebody who worked at MI6? I don't care about that.
Well, here's a couple things. A, maybe you need to be 10 to see James Bond movies.
No, I don't need to be 10 because I wasn't 10 5 years ago when the Casino Royale came out, which was great.
Well,
I don't know why I'm getting so mad at you about it, Isabel.
I don't know, because I would have said perhaps go see Anna Karenina.
All right, so it's going to be Secrecy, the documentary.
Secrecy.
We're going to check it out, and hopefully we'll get that taste of, what was it, Octopussy that you recommended last time? That thing was a disaster.
No.
Oh, Moonraker.
Moonraker.
Ugh.
I didn't recommend that one
That
last
makes
time.
Skyfall look good almost. Michael.
I can't do justice in the 2 minutes, but you were wrong on Skyfall. You're becoming a pseudo-intellectual left-wing guy from the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Stop. You're going to lose your populist appeal.
Dude, I love Bond. Skyfall was
no,
just...
you don't. Then you understand the context and the texture of the character's development.
Wait a second. Wait. Whoa. Pseudo-intellectual? Then you come to I don't understand the texture of the characters? What?
You know what I mean. The history of the character's development is what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to I'm not running around with cyborg stuff doing Star Trekky stuff here, but I'm saying there's a certain history of the character which needs to be understood. And I can't stand Roger Moore. That's the saint warmed over. Pierce Brosnan was Remington Steele, and the other guy, Timothy Dalton, showed up for 10 minutes.
Nobody loves Daniel Craig more than me. Nobody.
Well, okay. Did you know that during, for instance, Quantum, which a lot of people now know, there was a writer's strike. And the reason that was such a substandard drop-off from Casino Royale is because he and the director had to finish writing it themselves.
Okay.
I mean, that's how badly the drop-off was. I thought the history of the character and what's going on. Look, it was easy in the 60s because you had the Russian.
Right.
Soviet
Okay,
bloc,
so I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You're apologizing. You know what, dude? I got news for you. Look. You could be sitting in that parliamentary hearing, and you could come in and say, well, the reason, British MP, the reason why MI6 has nothing to go after, because back in the 60s we had the Russians and whatnot. We have no more bad guys that are going after the people. They're just going after the head of MI6. Well, you know what? Then just let her retire, and then we don't have to worry about the bad guys anymore.
Well, that's not accurate, obviously. We have a terrorist-rich target environment.
Well, then how about let's sing a story about that?
They did it. They did it with the nuclear guy in the second Dalton film.
Well, if they've run out of stories if they've run out of villains, then we don't need Bond anymore. When I go to see it, I get it. Yeah. We're going to see a similar villain again, but so come up with an interesting plot. This was just like some crazy dude was mad because, oh, God, dude, that talk about hackneyed storyline. Are you kidding? God.